Hey, you guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Coach Casey at Majestic Life Solutions. So, I want to talk to you today that I've been really thanking God for in my life. Just really thanking Him. So, I'm going to share my journey that has transformed my life. Okay? And it's a big change for me. You understand what I'm saying? It's a big change. But guess what? I'm living. I'm living. So, living life without drugs has made my life so much better. For a long time, I turned to drugs as a way to cope with trauma. I thought it would provide an scapegoat for me. In a way, numerous pain and I forgot my struggle. But in reality, the only deepened it only deepened my issue and created a cycle of dependency that was hard to break. That was hard to break. It was hard to break. When I was using drugs, I was trapped in a fog. I was trapped in a fog. I was unable to face my emotions, confront the trauma that was hunting me. I thought I was finding relief, but I was only masking the symptoms of deeper problems. It wasn't until I made a decision to stop using drugs that I began to truly heal. Okay? Choosing to be sober, suffer. Choosing to be sober. It's not easy. It's not easy. But it was one of the best decisions I ever made. I started to confront my trauma head on, seeking help from the Most High God who strengthens me. I learned that it's okay to feel the pain and that facing it was crucial, part of healing a healing process. Instead, running away from my feelings, I began to embrace them, allow myself to grieve and grow. As I moved away from drugs, I discovered a newfound clarity and purpose in life. I began to appreciate the little things, like the beauty of the sunshine, the laughter of the joy of pursuing my passions. My relationship with my relationship with myself improved, and I found the courage to tell my life story online to the world. Life without drugs has opened up doors I never thought possible. I've been able to set and achieve goals, build meaningful connections. I found peace within myself. Okay, I found peace within myself. I learned that true strength comes from vulnerability, and that healing is a journey, not a destination. So anybody that's out there that's struggling with trauma and you are under the influence of using drugs, I want to encourage you that you may be struggling with similar challenges. There is hope. Life can be so much brighter without the weight of addiction. Embrace the journey of healing, seek support, and remember that you are not alone. Together, we can navigate our path through a healthier and happier life without it. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's a weight on you. It's a toll. It affects parts of your body. You understand? And and you think that it's well, I thought that it was okay. I thought that it was okay using drugs because you hold it's like a wall that the drugs put around you. So the outside pain, trauma, it don't seeps in that wall. It's on the outside. But when that high go down, where's your problems? Right there. So that means you got to continuously use them, use them to cope the pain. You understand what I'm saying? To cope the pain. But you can't truly heal using drugs. You can't truly heal because it's still going to be that wall around you. It's still going to be that wall around you. It's going to be a blockage because you can't take care of the pain. You can't embrace the pain. You can't feel the pain like you should because it's a blockage. That's the same way with people that get drunken. Same people when people get drunk, they hold the pain in. They don't know how to release the pain. Same thing. Same thing. So you hold the pain. Like like I have in my mind now, like cigarettes. It's an addiction. It's an addiction. So some of the stress that you have that kind of build up, you smoke cigarettes to elevate that stress. Like that's what we have stored in our mind. That we stored that in our mind for so long that this gonna release my stress. I need to smoke a cigarette. But in reality, it's a mind thing. It's gonna be hard for me to wing off of them. But you know what? I'm gonna ask God, but I'm gonna strengthen myself. I'm gonna strengthen myself and say, you know what? Give it all up. Give it all up. Because it's a time, it's a point of time, it's a point of time in your life where that holds you down too. Because even when I was in the workplace, when I was in the workplace and I worked, I said, man, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna go outside and smoke a cigarette. These people getting on my nerves. But it's a mind thing. So eventually, some part of my healing, some part of my healing, I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm just gonna just go cold turkey and say, you know what? Let's try to control this mind. Let's try to control his mind and say, you know what? You don't need a cigarette. You don't need a cigarette. Deal with that little stress that you got. It ain't nothing but just a little stress. Deal with it. And that's what I'm gonna tell myself. So I want to encourage you too to do the same. You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes we think just the little things be so hard for us. It be the little things that we think so hard for us. But you got to be willing to change that issue. You got to be willing to change that issue. I know what my downfall is. That's why I say I know who I am as a person. I know cigarettes is not good for you, but I smoke them. I smoke them. Everything that you do and you do it constantly, it's a habit. It's a habit. So ain't no drug, no cigarette, this and that. All this that we talk about when we talk about habits, that's a habit. It's a habit that we can control. But in our minds, we don't want to control that because we stuck in our comfort zone on that. You understand what I'm saying? We stuck we stuck in our comfort zone on doing the little things that we think that we can't change. But we can change it if we allow ourselves to. If we give ourselves permission to change that situation, to turn that situation around, we can change it at any time. Okay? So I want to encourage you that I know that you can change that situation around. So if this come across your For You page, this message was meant to find you somehow, some way. And if did nobody tell you today that they love you, just know that God loves you, and so do I.